Hello, I'm Johnny and welcome back to my kitchen. So today I'm gonna try and get arty. I haven't been able to do it for months. I don't know what's wrong with me. Just not in that right headspace. So I've been for a long walk in the freezing cold and I just came back and full of inspiration and ideas. So I just thought I would try this. The prompt was tessellate. Now I'm not one for that. Just means like a oh god, what does it mean? I looked it up as well. It's like a design that follows on, repeats. I'm not one for, is it symmetry? Like butterflies' wings have got to be the same, and not for perfection like that. I'd much rather do rough sketches. And what put me off, I was looking at other people's YouTube videos, and they were getting the protractor out, drawing circles, and doing all these like geometry shapes and that. And oh god, it's not my thing at all. So I looked at somebody else. I'll leave his details down below because the video was just so full of enthusiasm, and it just got me into the mood. And he just showed it wasn't like shapes like geometry shapes and stuff like that. What he done was like a fish, and it was like, it just reminded me of wallpaper that you'd see in the 60s and that. So I thought I'm going to give that a shot. I'm more interested in stuff like that. So what he did was get some card, but it was A4, but because Scrawlrbox is usually A5 pad, but I forgot we got this tiny little thing that's no use nor ornament. So this is like a A5, so I might just get some of their watercolour paper, the A5. So, and I just folded it and folded it like that fella suggests. And then he cuts the individual rectangles out. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm no good at explaining stuff. If I'll leave his details and you can see, because I'm not going to show his process because it's his process. So right, so I've cut this out, and do I need to go in a bit? And he done like a shape. But when you put it all together, it looks really, really good. So I am going to just, because I don't want to copy of him. It was his design, but I haven't really got a clue. Wait, if I do, I wonder if you do like, let's see, that's like a nose. Well, not a nose, it's a shape, isn't it? I mean, I wonder if that'll work. Will it not? Will it work? Because it looks like a face, doesn't it? I don't know. Well, we can just give it a whirl, can't we? Cut that out. Right, so I've cut that shape out there. So what he did was then put this, stick that there. So then, you know that shape, like, so you draw that out in a piece of paper. So you know fine well that when you do that, that shape would fit there. But that looks boring like that, doesn't it? So I'm going to have to cut something else out. Right, I'm not going to just mumble on, so I'll just do that myself and then come back to you. Oh my god, so the reason why I use graph paper is because to line it up, can you see? So the lines join up. Because I always make mistakes and stuff. But I mean, I always say I am not seeking perfection. So I cut that shape out there and stuck it to the back. Then I cut this shape out of here and stuck it up there. I think that's a bit of a disaster, but I'm going to try it out. Oh, God. Right, so I've transferred it onto A5 paper, and I'm unsure about it. It looks a bit of a mess. But a piece of advice. I would transfer this onto cardstock because when you've stuck it here, it's just so awkward trying to draw around it. But not seeking perfection here, so I'm just going to continue as what I'm doing. And I'm going to see if I can just put it all along here and see how that looks. And then normally when I do shapes and stuff, I can see where it's going, like could turn into a dinosaur, a monster or something, but that just looks like, I don't know. Maybe when it's all across the page I'll know more. Let's see. Well, I didn't have any cardstock, but I did have a cornflake box because drawing around this paper thing was an absolute mare. So I've just transferred it to here and I will cut it off. That's what it looks like so far. I'm still not seeing anything. It might be just an alien. A flatfish alien? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. But I'm not putting anything on here. It's too small. A6. I don't even know what they've done it A6 style for. I mean, if you're going to do a pattern, aren't you? You need plenty of space to move around. That's just too small. That's just me whinging again. Morning. Right, there we go. So I've cut it out, and I think it's close enough to what it was on the paper. It looks a bit like an obese man with no arms and a strange looking foot. But you know what? It's just supposed to be a repeated pattern, isn't it? A repeated shape. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't turn into anything. It's a shape. So I'm not very confident, but I will continue along with this pattern. And when the pages fall, I'll show you that because I don't want to bore you with me trying to struggle to draw that. Right. So, the light just moved on across, the light shining through. So that's what it looks like with it all over the paper. So that is what a repeated pattern. Oh, can you see it? It looks like a steamroller's gone over an obese man. That's what I can see. I don't know what you can see. Just can't. Well, I'm not going to try and make it into anything. It's just a repeating pattern because I can't see an animal or an alien, a flower, a plant or anything. Maybe when I add the colour, the drab colour, I will see something, but not holding out much hope. Hey, what a mucky mess. So, what colour I've put on? I just put a wash of colour on, and it was the mountain blue. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong because the colour didn't even look blue. So then I thought I'd add a bit of thistle on it, and it's gone into that mucky mess. Oh, where am I going? It's gone into a really mucky mess. Oh, and it's a bit more darker down there, so I'll add a bit more water. Because I done the pattern right to the edges of the paper, I didn't want to put the, what do you call that, washi tape on, So that's why the paper's buckling a bit. But I'll just wait till it dries, and if it's still like this, I'll just put it in between a book to press it down a bit, and then add more colour. But I just don't like this colour palette at all. I was wanting something, you know, cheery to... Oh, I don't know. Colour always sparks more interest with me and inspiration and gets me creating, but these colours is just like shadowy colours to me. I do like the dark moss colour because it reminds me of me graphic pencils, but I'm not fussed on these. They're just like shadowy colours. I can't wait to see what everybody else has done, because I'm just not enjoying this colour palette at all, but... Oh, I am not feeling confident, enthusiastic, or anything now. Sorry, the kettle in the background. I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee, let this dry, and then come back to this. And it'll be a masterpiece, won't it, when it's all dry? Right, I'm back. Not a fan of this box at all. I mean, I did the prompt, a repeating pattern, and I still can't see anything just apart from an obese man that's been squashed with can't even think of that word now. A steamroller. Or one of those machines that they make paper. He could have, yeah, walking along and slipped and fell, and then it's led him along a conveyor belt and squashed him as flat as paper. I mean, it's not even an attractive design, is it? I wouldn't like to see something like that on wallpaper. My heart wasn't in it. I just don't like that colour palette at all. It's just, ugh. I think I would have been done much more better with the prompt if we had like colour, because I love 60s wallpaper. Yeah, I think I would have fared much better with colour. My heart wasn't really in it. I could have done better than this. Do you know what it reminds me of now? This video game, and it's like an underwater game. You crash on a island. You crash near an island on a spaceship, and there's these little fish that swim round, and they're purple, and they've got a massive eye in the middle of the body, and they're a bit like this shape, and they swim around like that. And everything in the sea and on the island you can make from, and I can't remember what. I don't know if you make the bodies. Oh God, look, I'm just babbling on now. But you need some equipment to swim under the sea, and I think their bodies, oh God, I don't even know what I'm going on about. Anyway, so the pen was nice, use that, and this is my Tessellate thing. It wasn't even bone dry. I couldn't even be bothered to wait for it to dry. I just wanted to finish it as quick as possible while my phone was out, so I could just film the rest of this. And can't wait to see what anybody else come up. I've remembered it. Right. So the fish's bladder you make into some breathing apparatus so you can breathe underwater. And you didn't need to know that, but I just needed to know it in my head. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, because I haven't. Thank you for watching. And it just goes to show you, well, the majority of my stuff doesn't go to plan, but usually I can turn it around into something else. But if there's colour there, I can, but not. Ugh. Anyway, Johnny signing out. See you, bye.